literally by address, remonstrance, affidavits, and notices dictate to them what is going to happen.
I want you to say that again, because I really want people to understand what this means. This job form that we're going to provide you access to, this link, by the way, is going to the majority of the sitting members of the United States Congress, both Republican and Democrat. They are going to be inundated with your emails. This is a certified document, a notice with affidavits and exhibits of evidence to be presented before them, to put them on notice that what they are doing is harmful. They have the opportunity to repent and distance themselves away from this conspiracy, or they could face consequences, which we'll get into in a little while. But I want people to understand the power that they hold with this particular notice, this document. And how long does it take for you to file, by the way? It took me about 4 seconds, I think, to put in my name and to put in my email and to hit submit. That immediately went to all of these sitting members of Congress. And, by the way, if there was by any chance anyone left out, the people who receive it have notice inside of this notice that they have the duty to serve it upon their colleagues who are representatives of the government, by which is dictated by us, the people.
That's right. That's right. Notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent. Is a maxim where if we give a document to one of the servants, the rest of the servants in that class have to be notified as well. So that's in there. This idea of notice, if we look at the Texas Constitution, here is actual confirmation from written documents that you can verify. It says the citizens shall have the right in a peaceable manner to assemble together for their common good and apply to those invested with the powers of government for redress of grievances or other purposes by petition, address, or remonstrance. Remonstrance is a strong rebuke. This notice is a strong rebuke. We actually go into the idea that they are doing a type of program where the Fed is giving money, as well as the state and political subdivisions, in order to force people to get shots, force people to do lockdowns. All of these different things are under programs where they're making a ton of cash for every person who is forced to do something. So we are actually giving notice. We're showing them that we know that there's a program. We're showing them the things in the constitutions that they already swore to. And this has been one of the biggest problems. People see that the government is forcing them to do something. They say, I don't like this. This feels wrong. This is bad. And it becomes a complaint. We don't complain. What we do is we take the literal law. Hey, the United States government swore, Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, that you guarantee a Republican form of government in every state. Then we go to Kentucky Constitution, where it tells in every republic, anywhere in the nation, that lives, liberties, and property of free man cannot be arbitrarily touched by government. And so these things have been hidden, but our forefathers were smart enough and loved us enough to put a detailed love letter in all 50 state constitutions and the bills and declarations of rights to show us how to win. They have purposely not taught it to us, purposely not given us remedy. And what they have done is got with attorneys to make tricks, right? They'll act like they're writing something that says it has power or jurisdiction over you when they already swore in every state constitution and the federal constitution that they will never attack your rights or liberties. If you want to see even further proof that this is true, you can look at page 491 of the case called Miranda versus Arizona, where it tells us where rights secured in the Constitution are involved, there should be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. Let me make it plain so we understand what it means. This literally means that the government, the president, and the executive branch who makes rules has no power to make a rule against the rights that are sworn and guaranteed to you in the state constitution. And the legislature in any state or the Fed has no authority to write legislation about or upon any topic that deals with any of your rights unless they are enhancing that right. So if they say you have a right to have liberty in the Constitution, they can write a statute that says it shall be a felony if a person in government prohibits you from having freedom, but they can never do anything to abrogate that freedom. And what we must understand is this is the power that we have. When we separated from England, you'll hear a lot of attorneys say today, well, what precedents do we have to say that we can